Hello everyone and welcome to Mind Your Money. If you're here for the first time, my name is Tasha, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you our mid-month check-in. So I'm checking on our budget. I'm checking to see how many no spend days we had, if any. I'm checking to see what bills have already been paid, if they've cleared the credit card. And I'm just going to do a quick update on savings challenges we're doing and yeah, see if we were under or over. So if any of that is interesting to you, if you like budgeting videos, and if you just like to see where other people put their money and what happens with their money, then please stay tuned. And what's up, legacy builders? Thank you for being back again. This huge pouch with a whole bunch of stuff that I have in it is where I believe I keep my no spend stickers in here. I might not have them in here, which sucks because then I don't know where I put them right now. So they might be in my tool notebook. But I like to check to see if we had any no spend days. Not that it's a major, there they are. Not that it's a major goal for us to have no spend days. I think I just put 10, if any. Yeah, I really didn't even plan for having no spend days in August because we're so focused on getting the debt out of the way. So I really didn't put that as a major goal or a top priority. But I am going to try my best to keep going with that because I've been doing it for a while now. I've been tracking our no spend days. I have little ones, if you haven't been here before, a 2-year-old and I have a 3-year-old. So if you hear those noises, I'm sorry. I'm a mom and there's not much I can do about it. First thing I want to do to track my no spend days is we spent money on the 2nd, spent on the 4th too. You may not be able to see it. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up because I put a tiny dot on the days where we actually spent money. And I'm checking my tracker just to make sure I did it right, because that's important to me. So we didn't spend on the Sunday, which was the first day in August. We didn't spend on the 3rd, which is good too. We didn't spend on the 5th or 6th. And I'm recording this video on Friday the 13th. So all of the tracking is from the 1st through the 12th actually, because it's early on the 13th and I don't know yet if we're actually going to spend any money today. I hope that we don't, because look, we have a debt-free freedom plan and we need to make sure that plan goes off without a hitch. All right, so let's see how many days that is. I don't like that no spend sticker there. See if I can still put it at the top. Okay. So the first week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days with no spending. That's good, right? Is it good, y'all? I don't know. Tell me. Okay, let's check the expense tracker once again for the credit card. We don't use our debit card very rarely, only to pull out cash mostly. So on the 4th, okay, there were some, oh, those are payments actually. So no, look at what we did, you guys. No spending. That means like credit card spending, you guys. If we have cash, we'll spend it and we don't track it. Okay. And my children are calling me. So here we go. No spend on the 10th, the whole week. What? What is this? No spending the whole week so far up to the 12th. Y'all, that's amazing. We didn't even set a goal for this month for no spends. And we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. What is this? 10 no spend days. Oh my gosh. And if you notice on here, we have a back to the office because my job is asking us to come back. So physically, so that's where we'll be. Which is why I set aside $100 for travel. Although I am also looking at saving the savings challenges that we have. So we're doing an apple a day savings challenge. We're continuing with the 0 out challenge and the 52-week challenge because that's how, you know, we set it up at the end of last year so that we could know what money is going where. Now, the Apple a Day Savings Challenge is just for the month of August. So my plan is the money that I save in that challenge will actually go towards, my work expenses. Is that how you can say it? Because if I figure I will need to travel to and from work, and we don't have a car yet, so I will be taking public transportation. So that's going to be one thing. And then I know I'm probably going to be eating out. So I want to have a little bit of money that I can, pick up a Starbucks coffee if I want, or, grab a snack from one of the local delis, something like that, because I know there's going to be times where I'm going to want to do that. And we're believing God that everything is going to go well with that. So the money that I save in the August Savings Challenge for the Apple a Day is going straight to my work fund, if that makes sense. And it's not an actual fund. I'll probably just have the cash, or I'll transfer the money to my Discover Cashback debit card. That way I can just use it and then earn a little money when I use it. Okay, 10 no spend days. Now for our expenses, I have everything going to the credit card with except for rent and life insurance. Let me see if I have any pages in here. I do. Okay. I do. Okay. So for our mid-month check-in, I am doing this very differently, but I need to write things down to make it real for me. So when we look at our rent was paid. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a little note here. I'm going to say paid. Rent was paid $1,200, and that came from our 1 month ahead account. So it came from previous month's money. Okay. And that was done it was done on the 5th. I didn't do it on the Sunday. I did it on the Thursday because that's the latest day we could pay it. And I wanted to make sure we were able to transfer some money into the 1 month ahead account before I took such a large amount from it. Okay. Geico is our car insurance carrier. That car insurance carrier is right, girl. That was $65.23, and that did clear. And I also made sure to pay that back. I did pay that back on the 4th on the credit card. So it hit the credit card on the 2nd, and I paid it back by the 4th. All right, and then we have our electricity bill. PSEG was $36.95, you guys. That's our electricity provider. $36.95 paid. It got paid because it hit the credit card, but I haven't paid the credit card back yet. But you'll see that update in my credit card expenses for week 2. Probably somewhere around the 18th, probably Wednesday the 18th, you'll see that. Okay, so that is what come out. Now, so far for the month, we are a little bit over budget on the car insurance, but just by 23 cents. Because if you can see, we allocated $65 towards Geico. It came out for 23 cents more. We allocated $36 for PSE&G. That came out to 95 cents more. And I just use whole numbers because it's easier for me, y'all. I just like whole numbers. So then we have our Spectrum, which is our internet provider. Now, they tried to do me dirty. They tried their Quickology. It didn't work because I look at everything. Now, I missed the fact that they added a TV service when we don't subscribe to any TV service. We don't have cable. We use streaming services, which is easy for us. That works well for my family. So when I saw that, I said, why is my bill so much higher? And then I called customer service. Of course, the first representative was rude, was not helpful. So I hung up. I called back, spoke to someone else who went through my entire history since I started with Spectrum in March of 2020, because that's when I really needed to increase our internet speed and all of that because I was going to be working from home. So she went back and she said, they started charging you for this in October. I'm like, in October? But I didn't see it because our bills were the same. For some reason, they said, oh, it was a promotional offer, but I said I didn't sign up for a promotional offer. So they fixed my bill nonetheless. So it normally is $55 or $54.98 exactly. But because I was being overcharged for a service I didn't sign up for, they gave me that money back. So the bill was actually $32.90 instead of $55. And I'm so grateful for that, because that means I can put a little bit extra money, and my pen is running out, which is not nice. A little bit of extra money towards the debt. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I'm actually going to take this out of here and refill my pen, because I don't like that I'm running out of ink. Yeah. And I'm not actually running out of ink, but it's not working that well. So let me put this back. Bottom. Okay. I think it's just this page and maybe the way I'm writing. Looks like it's losing. Okay, $32.90. Life insurance is actually scheduled to come out today, Friday the 13th, when I'm recording this video. Praise be to God, it hasn't cleared yet. And praise be to God, we did get our child tax credit. It's pending as of the time I'm recording this video. However, the money for the life insurance is already in that account, so we're good to go. So I do expect that to be the same, because it's $32.50 every month. We always budget $33 for mine, just because, again, I like whole numbers. It just makes sense to me. So we have two more, not including the life insurance for myself. We have two more bills that are due in the third week of August. That's cell phone with Metro PCS and my husband's life insurance. That is it. So I'm excited about that. We don't have a lot of bills right now because, again, if you don't know, we have two toddlers, a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. They're not school age yet. They are not in daycare for safety reasons, health reasons, and financial reasons, okay? So we do not have daycare expense right now. So I do track our spending like here. In this tiny little corner here, I keep a record of the money we spend for groceries. And we've already gone like, probably we're going to be over budget, but it's all good. Again, it's summertime. I'm sticking to it. I'm not going to beat myself up, but I am going to, put a rein on things once September comes, because my oldest goes back to school. But we have, we keep that here because it's inconspicuous, but I can still see it because of the color. And that's just how I like to do it. I track here. Now, my husband uses his platinum card for groceries most times. So if that I don't track. I only track Quicksilver because of two reasons. We use this Quicksilver card to pay our utility bills, and we track our cash back because that is money we can use towards our debt snowball. And after we're debt free, we'll probably use that for like Transfer Tuesdays to go towards the emergency fund or to our investment portfolio or to our IRA, stuff like that. This is just another side income or side hustle for us. And then also I track all of our payments, transfers, and any debit card purchases, which are that don't happen very often, from our actual bill paying account. So this is just our bill paying account. This is not my spending money, my husband's spending money. We don't do that. We use this account just for paying back the credit card, paying bills, transferring to savings accounts, sinking funds, and all of that. So if there are any purchases that I need to track, I do it here. I don't put it here because I don't like to put too much, because obviously if I start doing that, this whole spread would be so full and I would be overwhelmed. That's just me personally. We have saved a total of $145.86. Not so bad, not including our account cushion where the money is just kind of sitting there. The reason why I say $145.86 is not bad, I would love to have more, but we're putting more money towards debt. So for mid-month, we have saved, I'm just going to put saved, I'm not going to put the individual categories, $145.86. And our debt payments from our paycheck budgets, $989. Not too bad. Now, we did have some additional money sent on Transfer Tuesday. Like 22 cents came from the another checking account. So if you want to be exact, $9.89 and 22 cents is what we paid. Again, whole numbers just make me happy. So that's how we did. So looking at our mid-month check-in, I know it's not the neatest, you guys. Rent, $1,200 was paid. Geico was a little bit over, but we paid that. So if we look at our budgeted income for the month so far, we have $997.43 and $977.43 for a total of $1,974.86. So I'm going to write here our income so far for mid-month, $1,974.86. I know, again, not the neatest. I just kind of made this up to do it on the fly. So what happened here is that rent came from our 1 month ahead account. So we had that money put aside already. I'm still not sure if I should be tracking that in a certain way or not. Let me know if you're 1 month ahead. So green is what came from our 1 month ahead account. Ta-da! Ta-da! And our money that we saved and our debt payments came from our incoming income, right? So let's see what the percentages are for that. So $145.86 into $1974.86 is so much numbers. So that's about 7%. 7% of our incoming income we saved. We don't need to make it perfect. $989 divided into $1974.86. 50% of our incoming income went towards debt. Oh my gosh, I feel like Brittany a little bit. Oh my gosh. If you can't tell that I watch Brittany from the Crafty Budgeter, I don't know why you don't know who she is. Please go and check her out if you don't. Like, you should know because she's so much fun. She really is. I don't know her personally. We haven't talked offline. I just really do like her channel. Like, I genuinely enjoy watching her budget and her personality, the way it comes across. I mean, she's very detailed and very organized, but she's so much fun. Okay, so that's why I was a little sing-songy just now. So our incoming income, $1974.86 so far by mid-month. We have paid 4 of our 7 fixed expenses, and we have saved 7% of our income towards savings challenges and sinking funds. We didn't save much in the second paycheck of the month, again, because of our debt freedom plan. So 50% of our incoming income went towards debt. The remaining percentage of income went straight towards next month's bills because we do save for that. And spending, of course, in a little bit. So I guess I could share with you guys what we did for spending. So we take $80 every single week, but again, my spending money is going towards the savings challenge for this month. So our spending was actually $60 for the first 2 paychecks. So that's $120. So we did have some household expenses. Of course, that was $25. And right now it's $25 per month. So our account cushion, I'm abbreviating here. So spending was $120 divided into what we have brought in so far. That is 6% of our incoming income. Okay, and then the cushion, that's not much. $25 divided into 1974.86 is 1%, 1.2, but we'll put 1. It's okay. It's okay. All right, and then the account cushion, we have put $20 so far. Gives us another 1%, which is just about the same. 1% of our incoming income. I would consider that a savings because we haven't touched it. Even though it's in the checking account, it's still a savings, right? And I know this is not neat, you guys. I think mid-month check-ins can be the same every time, but I didn't prepare enough for the mid-month check-in. I mean, I know what I'm looking for, but I didn't like make a gorgeous spread in my, in my Doc Grid notebook. And the reason why is because I do want people to see that real life budgets look like this. People don't always have the most pleasing aesthetic when they sit down to do their checking on their budget or do their budgets. It doesn't mean that it shouldn't be fun. I think we should use all the stickers. I think we should use things that, add some happiness to us. I think we should stick to, sharing it with others because we want people to know that budgeting is not boring, and it is also very much important. It's very much important to make sure that you're actually doing what you should be doing, tracking your expenses, checking to see how you're doing on your financial goals. Again, our financial goal is to get rid of this debt this month, right? But that's not the end. We're also working to make sure that we build generational wealth. How are we going to do that if we're not investing? So we're going to be investing, and we're going to be saving up an emergency fund because we know that with children, we need to be very sure that we have some reserves. Okay, that's important. And so I'm just adding stickers like, okay, that's it. I know it's not the prettiest, but I really want to get a message out to people who are like looking for budgeting videos, looking for that inspiration, especially since there's so much money coming into most of America's bank accounts. Money for child tax credit, money for stimulus, different stimuli are hitting, is it right? Stimuli are hitting our accounts, and we need to know what to do with it. This is a simple way to do it if you don't have a big budget planner, if you don't have an iPad where you can download, a budget sheet from Good Notes or something like that. If you don't have those things, a good notebook, Dot Grid, regular lined, college ruled notebook, a sheet of paper can work just fine. And I did these calculations very quickly in real time just to see how much of each category came from our incoming income. Now, we are blessed by God to have been able to get 1 month ahead on our fixed expenses. So this here is coming from that account, and we're not tracking that in this video, but I'm grateful to God for that. And we just put a little bit of money aside each week from February through April, just so that we could get a month ahead. And again, the stimulus helped us put enough money aside to get 2 months ahead on rent. So that pushed us forward. So we used it in that way. So if anyone is watching this video and you are not sure about budgeting, if you feel like it's overwhelming to look at all these numbers, hopefully something I shared and the way I shared this video will help you to see that it can be simple. I like to use decor for my budget, and I'm tracking a little bit meticulously because, again, I have a family. I want to be sure that are we putting our money in the right place that's going to help if something happens to my income or me or my husband's income or him. Are our children going to be set? The next thing that I want to talk about on this channel is something I mentioned before, and I haven't done a video on this in a while, and that is estate planning. And I know a lot of people feel like that's just too much. We don't want to get into all that stuff. But the easiest way to estate plan is to get a life insurance. That's one. The next thing is to make sure you add beneficiaries to all your savings and checkings accounts. A few months back, I did all of that. I made sure to update all of my accounts. I have accounts online with Marcus through Goldman Sachs. I have an account through HSBC Online. I opened it maybe 2 years ago. All of those accounts, my children are beneficiaries of. Make sure you set these things up. I know it's great to save money. It's fun to save money. It's fun to see how much you saved in a month or every quarter or every year. But make sure the right people are set as beneficiaries to those accounts. And if you have minor children, make sure you set someone up as a proxy or someone else who can take care of that money responsibly, making sure someone you trust. And always talk to an attorney to get legal advice before making any decisions about when you want to get your estate plan going. If you don't do anything else, if you don't go through all of the, setting up trust and changing your property ownership to trust and doing all those things, get a life insurance policy. Easy, easy, easy. $500,000 to leave behind is a great way to push your next generation ahead to building generational wealth. Next thing is making sure you change you add beneficiaries to all of your accounts. And that also includes your M1 Finance, if you have that. If you have investments there, make sure you have a beneficiary set up. If you have investments through Robinhood, make sure you set up a beneficiary. Get your children ready. And if they don't have their own savings accounts in their own name where you are a custodian, make sure you do that, because that is essentially their own account. They're only appointed a custodian because they're minors. And if they're over the age of 18, make sure they know how to save their money. This is how we are looking forward to pushing generational wealth. I know this is a mid-month check-in. You probably didn't come here for that. But if you're still watching this video at this time and you found anything in it helpful, please make sure to put a like on it, because likes help our family's channel. And comment down below how your budget is going so far for mid-month, and what ways do you track all of the categories. Do you like using like a digital apparatus? Do you like using a doc-grid notebook? Do you use your budget planner? How do you do it? Because again, I'm always looking for ways to perfect or just make how I track a whole lot better. So that is where we are mid-month. We have saved 7% of our income, and 50% of our incoming income went to debt, and we had 10 no spend days. So I know I said a lot, but I appreciate you for being here. Remember to mind your money, manage it well, and live your life abundantly. Bye for now.